PENN ranked #1 in the world, pound for pound, and I will tell you, that was right. That was accurate. BJ Penn was so ahead of everyone, of us, throw myself in there, of everyone at one point. Don't forget, BJ was a 55-pounder, but he was competing a lot at 170. Many people do forget that. But BJ was the champion of the world at 170, even though he fought at 55. So, super hard to take down. Impossible, which would, of course, be a bit of a broad stroke, to keep down. If he didn't want to stay down, he could get up. And he wasn't just this jiu-jitsu guy, right? BJ was a world champion in jiu-jitsu, and that was a big deal. And he might have even been the first American to ever win the world championship in jiu-jitsu. I think that is also a true statement. So he gets all this credit because of his flexibility and his submission game on the mat. He never had to be down. He never had to use a guard unless he wanted to, because he could scramble and get back up. I just remember a day where BJ was in the Team Quest room, and we have a who's who. I could name drop and impress you guys so much. No one could keep him down, though. And we did a group where we're all going live. So everybody, the coach, like, okay, you guys are the same size, you go over here, and you guys go over here, and you guys go over here. But then BJ, and I don't know if it's because he was a guest, I don't know what the rule was, but he didn't have to stay in a group. He floated. He went around. So when I was out, 4 guys in a group, 2 guys at a time, 2 guys out. One of my favorite drills called shark bait, but I love doing shark bait because there's a lot of rest. And the rest time is where you get to watch these other studs, right? You get to watch Randy Couture going down here, Evan Tanner going over here, Matt Lindland, and Dan Henderson over here, Chris Lieben and Ed Herman and Nate Quarry on this side. It's just one of these things. And so BJ was floating around. It did not matter how big anyone in that room was. Nobody could keep him down. Just to keep him down, he could scramble and he could get up off the bottom. BJ Penn was the best in the world, and I disagreed with that list a lot of times. A lot of times I disagreed with that pound-for-pound list, and there really wasn't a way to know, and it had one commonality, which whoever the most popular guy in the sport was also got the #1 pound-for-pound ranking. It really wasn't true, but when they put BJ on there, it was right. It was right. He had a period of time, he was the best